Recently, we've been getting a lot of leaks and rumors about the next Super Smash Bros. Game, and really where it shined is yesterday, Kiwi Talks put out this post right here that explains some things that I guess we all didn't know in some ways. Now, he did say that these are my 4 favorite franchises, and I know that stuff is coming either soon or in the next year or two. Now, this is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for Zelda. We got also GTA 6, which is coming out in November. Metroid's probably going to be getting Metroid Dread, not Prime 5. And also Super Smash Bros. That's really interesting. Because if you look back at the Nintendo Switch had Super Smash Bros. About the second year when you really come to it. So maybe that's going to be happening. So let's get straight into it. Now, there's definitely a lot of things that could go on with Super Smash Bros. The next Super Smash Bros. Maybe the reason why we didn't get another one is because where do you go from there? Or is it because they only have one per console? Now that obviously does make the most sense, because if you look back, every single generation, you only get one Super Smash Bros. Game per console. So obviously, that makes sense why we didn't get one. But the first year of the Switch 2, we weren't going to get one. We got pretty much just random games. The second year, it seems like Ocarina of Time. The third year, however, could be the turning point for Super Smash Bros. But if you remember, Michiru Sakurai had to take a break off of Super Smash Bros. To get his mind off of things and also to make a game that he really wanted to see, which was Kirby Air Riders. But now that that's done, he's probably working away on Super Smash Bros. Now, what exactly could we be seeing? Well, with Super Smash Bros., you always need to have a roster. May this be a big roster or a small roster. Depending on how Nintendo wants to do this, you can either have, like, going backwards, sort of like a franchise reboot where you only have this many characters, or most likely what they're going to be doing is just adding on top of the pile of characters. They pretty much already have the coding for all of the other characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and luckily they already have some ideas on what they could add to Super Smash Bros. Like, for example, the spirits. Now, there's over about 1,000 spirits to choose from, and here's some of my personal favorites that I would love to see. Now, we know that there's different alts of a Link, and Link has a lot of cool abilities, but one that I would love to see is Link from A Link Between Worlds. That'd be really awesome. Since it's a 2-dimensional game, you could easily just have like a mirrored glass that you just hop into a painting and then pop back out, or you can turn your enemy into a painting if you want to. That would be definitely really interesting. Now, technically, A Link from A Link Between Worlds isn't really the one that turns people into paintings, but it definitely would be cool nonetheless. Now, one other character that I would also love to see is maybe something like Demise. Demise in a Super Smash Bros. Game would honestly be really cool. We already have Ganondorf, so why not Demise? That would honestly be the coolest thing, really, when it comes to think about it. Link from Twilight Princess, or even Wolf Link or Minda would also be really cool, but now we're really only talking about the Super Smash Bros. Characters. Okay, for Mario, what if we have Mario, but with a Wonder Flower effect? Wonder Flower would be really cool, or Elephant Mario, or something to go along with that, because that would be honestly the coolest thing. You can take a bunch of things from upcoming series, or even series that have already been released, and slap them together. Like, for example, we can have an alternate version of Donkey Kong. If you like the Donkey Kong how he is, well then you would just make the separate version, so Donkey Kong Bonanza Donkey Kong. So maybe this time around, you would put some blocks down, and you would smash through the blocks, and the player would be coming close, and you'd smash through the blocks. Who knows how this would work? But it honestly would be really, really cool when you really come to think about it. There could be other characters, like, for example, a Mario Kart. Now, this would honestly be really cool. It kind of would be like Steve from Minecraft, like the minecart, but instead you're on a Mario Kart, and maybe you get mystery cubes, and you can shoot, like, red shells and green shells and blue shells at people. That would be the most interesting thing. Maybe you can get things as well, like different Pokemon. Now, I've always wanted to play as these certain Pokemon. Inside of the game, you are able to get sort of like a sidekick when it comes to think about it, a sidekick that will do big damage for you. But what if you were just able to actually use that Pokemon? Like, one that would be really cool is maybe something like Arceus, Victini, maybe a Molga, or something like that. That'd be a really cool thing. We already have something like Mewtwo, we already have Jigglypuff, we already have Pichu, so maybe it's time to add another Pokemon. Dialga and Palkia would be cool, or technically you could just have one Pokemon that would have all the same moves, Dialga and Palkia, since they're gods of time, could be the same, but they would have different models, so they would have the same abilities, but different models, so then you can use those if you want to. That'd be the greatest thing when I really want it. But overall, there definitely could be a lot more characters that you could pick. These are just personally the ones that I love. Let me know in the comment section down below on what characters you would love to see in Super Smash Bros. Maybe it's going to happen, or maybe it's not going to happen. There could even be third-party characters, like a Dark Souls person if you want to, who knows. But yeah, overall. Now, we spoke on characters, we have to talk about maps. Now, maps is pretty much easy. Depending on what character is going to be there, the map's going to also be like that. For example, if we get a Link Between World Link, maybe you can get like a painting that will kind of shift into different worlds. So maybe it's going to be one of those movable stages where you start from the base land, which would be Hyrule, and then you go all of a sudden to Lorule. That would be a really cool stage. Maybe for Donkey Kong Bonanza, if that makes a way, you can have like smashable blocks that start falling, or different things from that game. Would be also a really interesting thing. If it was like a, for example, Demise, it became Skyward Sword, where he was actually defeated in that game. If it was something like Tears of the Kingdom, maybe you can get Tears of the Kingdom like the actual Hyrule or the Sky Islands or something. Like, those would be easy courses to pick. You could pretty much just make up your own course however you want to. Like, look at this course right here. I honestly think that this one is honestly really cool. I would love to see this. I would really love to see that. And this one right here, this is another cool course. What about this one? You know what would be cool in Super Smash Bros? I'm saying it. Skylanders. Yep, that would be cool. All we need is Spyro, Gilgrod. Anyways, that would be really interesting. Now, the things to do in this game kind of vary, but one of the things that I would love to see return is the trophy room. The trophy room in other Super Smash Bros. Games was really cool. You had to do different unique abilities and different quests, and then all of a sudden you get a trophy for this and this and this, and then you would have an entire room to show for it. So this was honestly the greatest way that you can really take it. And if they wanted to, they can actually add achievements, like console-wide achievements that were something similar to this. This is what I'm saying. Super Smash Bros. Had it. Like, they actually had it. Also, we could probably see another story mode. A story mode like the World of Light, or maybe this could be the story mode. I believe it was from Melee. I could be wrong. About that. But a story mode in general would be really, really interesting because it just adds a lot to the personality of the game, the characters, the backstories, and everything associated with that. And of course, you want to see music, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been using Super Smash Bros. As not only a music recorder for YouTube videos, but also a music player. Let's just say that Nintendo Music is not working right now because, I don't know, you don't have the Switch Online, or you don't have internet, or whatever the case may be. Well, then you can use the Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo. So how would that work? That works great, doesn't it? Anyways, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Universe, is going to be really cool or not very cool? Let me know what kind of characters you want to see in the comment section down below, because we could sit here for probably an hour going over characters, but I don't really want to make a video that long for characters. That would be a definitely very long one, over 1,000 characters. Hey, we should get this one, this one, this one. Anyways, let me know in the comment section down below, and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.